Everything a family needs to know about buying a house in Calgary in 2025. Let's go. So the first up is mortgage rates. It does look like there's going to be another couple smaller mortgage rate decreases, specifically to a variable rate. On the interest rate side, it looks like 2025 is going to bring a couple interest rate drops, probably about a half point if we believe the projections right now. Fixed rates a little bit less predictable, but in general, when rates are coming down, the housing market pricing increases. We're going to see this in some of the other markets in Canada, specifically Toronto, Vancouver, and a lot of times that drives federal policy. So earlier, the better in terms of interest rates in Calgary. Secondly is, I just talked about driving policy. There is going to be a federal election in 2025, unless there's some serious shenanigans, which I wouldn't put it past these guys. But federal elections do bring some uncertainty towards the housing market. But this one's going to be interesting because housing is going to be a big chunk of the election. It's not going to be the election issue, but it is going to be one of the important side issues. Frankly, if it's between the Conservatives and the Liberals, both of them are going to have a focus on housing affordability and ways to make it easier to get into the market. So I would just see that as a net positive on both sides. I'll do a video later about diving into both of their platforms. Inventory has been the big one in Calgary over the last few years, and it's going to continue to be right now. We still are seeing less inventory than our 10-year average. You're going to see more of it as we approach April or May. That's really the sweet spot, and then it's going to start coming down. You're going to have less choices to look at. So ideally, you get on the ball right away, build a plan, and have something in place where you're actively looking by April, May, June. And that's when most of the homes in Calgary are bought and sold. As far as risks, it's the tariff threat that does threaten to pull everything to a halt. I don't think it'll last a very long time, but your opinion may vary. If it does come in, what focus will it have on Alberta oil and gas, which will drive our house prices? Again, remains to be seen. I'm not bearish on what's going to happen, but it is something to be keeping in the back of your mind that if this is prolonged, it is going to have a negative impact on our housing market. I've just developed the ultimate guide for families looking to buy or sell in Calgary in 2025. If you're interested in downloading this book, send me a message or a PM, and I'll make sure you get it.